Well, good afternoon. I guess it's pretty well afternoon from the bridge of Bring You Later. Today's Saturday, the 24th of August. Just heading down the Michigan Lake Michigan, going south, heading towards Sheboygan is that way. I just left Manitowoc, stayed there last night. Somebody I ran into, another looper further up the lake, let me use his slip for the night, so that was very nice. So I got to charge up. Batteries were at almost 100% this morning. So I'm cruising along here today, going to do about 20 nautical miles, give or take. So right now we're going along at 3.57 knots. We've got 7 or 8 hours of battery left, pulling about 65 amps. I think it says on here I'm down to about 60% or so, 56% of battery. It's actually a little higher than that when I look at the battery management system. Now that I know how to read it a little more accurately, you got to take all of it in with a grain of salt and mix it up and come up with a number. So running on 6 batteries again has been wonderful. So that's been good. Just talked to my dad as well, so he's doing well. I'm going to be heading to Toronto, when is that? The 7th of September for a wedding. My oldest nephew is getting married. 39, I think he's 39 now. So heading to that wedding, that'll be very nice. I'm also looking into some options. These chargers, they came with the electric motors that I got. I got 2 of them. They're 120 volt plug-in, and they have an output, a DC output, 48 volts, and about 25 amps each. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking those and hooking the 2 of them up to a second shore power. So I'd have the 30 amps that runs on the regular inverter, and then the other 30 amps then would run these 2, which are just about right for power usage, and then be able to charge the batteries at 130 to 140 amps between the Quattro charger, these 2 chargers, some solar. 130, 140 amps should be about right. So that would be nice to be able to charge faster. So I'm just looking into that a bit. I've sent a note to the manufacturer that makes these things, Delta Q. They were supplied when I bought the electric motors a year and a half ago, 2 years ago now, a year and a half, I guess, yeah. They came with the motors, so I'm going to see if I can hook those up. They do have to be programmed. There's a USB port on them, so I may have to get an upgrade from the manufacturer and plug them in to get the software upgraded to charge the batteries. So the question is can I connect those directly to my main DC 48 volt bus to get more charge or not? I think I can, but I just want to make sure that there's nothing in the charging profile of these things that's going to mess up my system. So as you may or may not know, every battery has a charging profile. So lead acid compared to some of the dry cells and lithium iron phosphates, etc. They all have different charging profiles. So I've got to be careful that it charges right. Lithium's a little bit forgiving. They will take a huge amount of juice over a short period of time and charge up quite happily, versus lead acid, which needs it over time. Normally 10% charge for those, but lithium's a little different. So that's my next little thing to look into and see if it works. Also, I've got it. I bought yesterday an American cell phone. Cell phone plans down here are much cheaper than the Canadian ones. So this phone that I'm recording on right now is my work phone. I just leave it on airplane mode all the time. But when I'm not on the boat, I don't have a cell phone. So I bought this one, and that should work out quite well to have that as a backup number when I need it and I'm not on the boat to make phone calls, etc. So that's about it from the bridge of Bring You Later. Things are well. Out here, it is beautiful weather. Yesterday was quite the wind. There was forecasts of 8-foot waves out here. Whether it actually came to or not, I don't know. We'll see. There was quite a little flotilla of boats leaving the marina this morning at Manitowoc. 4 loopers that I counted. And I noticed on Nebo that there are quite a few that are now on their way to Chicago. Some have gone through it already. So this is sort of the point when everybody kind of comes together and heads down the rivers. So I would assume that once I hit Chicago, there's going to be many of them there, and we'll be going down the rivers together. Of course, they'll be passing me, but then I'll catch them up later in the day with my slow speed. Anyway, so that's it for now. A couple of good days of weather coming up. Monday, a bit of wind, so we might sit tight for that. We'll see how it goes. Have a good one. Take care.